Emperor's Private Paradise exhibition was organized by the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, Massachusetts. It originated there, and then it traveled to the Metropolitan Museum, and now it's here in Milwaukee. When these objects came out of the Palace Museum, they had never been seen by the Chinese people since 1924, and even then you would have had to have been connected to the imperial entourage to see these objects. So as a gift to the people of the United States, these objects have been presented at 3 museums. And the idea here was the partnership with the World Monuments Fund, working with the Palace Museum of the Forbidden City in Beijing, to restore the Qianlong Garden, to restore the great objects that were housed within that garden and its 27 buildings, was a way to both present the history of this imperial period in China, but also to say thank you. So the unique thing about this project is these objects will return to the imperial palace, and they will not be shown again outside of the imperial palace setting. So this is literally the only opportunity to see these other than traveling to Beijing.
It's wonderful what Milwaukee has done here, what the museum has done, in that people will be able to see objects from the Qianlong Garden. That's objects from the 18th century, 1776 to be exact. They'll also have an opportunity to walk around the objects in a space that was made to evoke a garden. So one can really feel like you're surrounded on all 4 sides by the architecture and the landscape architecture of the garden. And going into the other exhibitions, one sees objects from other time periods of China. There's wonderful Tang Dynasty ceramic pieces, Tang Dynasty figures, and objects from the 8th century, 9th century, 5th century, Neolithic objects, just the whole range. And then there's also contemporary Chinese art as well as 20th century Chinese art. So we can really see that there's great variety in the visual world that Chinese have been creating over 3,000, 4,000 years.
We realized that this could be a very unique experience for Milwaukeeans and the region. And so we approached the mayor's office and inquired about his interest in declaring summer of 2011, Summer of China, as a way to put an emphasis on the significance of these 5 exhibitions that we will be doing here at the Milwaukee Art Museum. And we're enjoying tremendous support from the Milwaukee community for Summer of China, and most importantly, because these exhibitions are expensive, tremendous sponsorship support, much of it coming from large corporations that are doing a very robust business and trade with China.